here is the most important tip of all when it comes to anything, when it comes to shopping on Facebook Marketplace, is patience. You have to be patient. If you are looking for something and you need it like right away, Facebook Marketplace is probably not going to be the best place to search. But if you have some patience, if you have some commitment to set up some of those search functions, set up some of those notifications, and you have a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks to allow yourself to search, you can really save some incredible money. You can find some really special deals. And it is honestly, it's a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. It is episode 250 of the Business with Purpose podcast. Insert all of the celebratory kazoos and slide whistles that we can at the current moment. I cannot believe it. We've reached 250 episodes. It's just astonishing to me that when I sat down to record episodes 1 through 8 back in the summer of 2016, I don't think I would have realized that I would still be here 5 years later recording episode 250. And as you know, if it is a episode on the 10s, then it's a solo episode. And, you know, I honestly was like, should I do something special for episode 250? But to be honest, the people have spoken. Over the last month, maybe 2 months, I have received so many questions, and I don't want to sound like I've received so many questions, but for real, I have received so many questions from people about how to shop secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I have shared here on the podcast so many times about how shopping secondhand is one of the most ethical ways to shop, because you are buying things that are already in sort of the market ecosystem, if you will. And so to shop secondhand is really kind of keeping things out of landfills. It's giving things a second life or a third life or a fourth life. And it's just kind of keeping things from, again, going into the landfill or going, just becoming trash and litter on the side of the road or whatever. So in the last year or so, I have developed a bit of, I don't want to say addiction because that sounds really negative, a love for shopping on Facebook Marketplace. And as we moved to the farm, I sold a lot of things from our old house on Facebook Marketplace, but I bought a ton of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. In fact, the other day, as I was sitting in the living room, I realized that probably easily 3/4 of the things in our new home is from Facebook Marketplace. And I have so many people that have asked, how do you find these things? Like, you seem to find all these great deals. You find things for free. You really seem to fill your home with really beautiful things that you've purchased secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace. And so today's episode, I'm sharing my tips with how to shop ethically on Facebook Marketplace, how to shop secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. I'm giving you my tips of how I snag really amazing deals. And so, but before we get into the episode, I want to obviously thank our partners of the show, because without our partners, I would have a really hard time making this show happen. So first, I want to thank our partner, MamaSuds. Now, I have been a personal user of MamaSuds products for years. If you have read my blog for years, you know that I love MamaSuds. Head mama Michelle Smith was on the show a few years ago. Big fan of MamaSuds. Now, MamaSuds, her goal is really to help take the stress of research out of your life when it comes to your cleaning products. Their stuff is truly safe, non-toxic, and their household cleaning collection is incredible. They have everything that you need to keep your family and your home clean and safe. Now, one of my personal favorites is the MamaSuds household cleaner. You can use it on literally everything from windows to countertops to sinks to bathrooms. You can clean toilets with it. It is plant-based and natural. So you could even, if you wanted to, clean your vegetables with it. It is incredible. They use plants and minerals to make all of their products. Absolutely nothing is synthetic. And the head mama at MamaSuds, Michelle Smith, she has spent this crazy amount of time tracking down just exceptional ingredients. So they're not only safe for you and your family, but sustainable for the planet. MamaSuds wants to inspire you to live a smart, healthy, and sustainable life that brings you joy and peace of mind. You can try them out at mamasuds.com, and you can use the coupon code MOLLY for 15% off your order. I also want to thank our other partner of the show, and that is Deux Mains. And I am such a huge fan of this incredible ethical fashion brand. I personally love their crossover sandals. They are so comfortable, perfect for spring, summer, really any time of year where you want to wear some sandals. And I actually have the founder with me, Julie Billingham, and she is just incredible. She's going to share with you her favorite Deux Mains product.
Oh, Molly, thank you so much for having us. It is such an honor to partner with you and just have the ability to share our line with some of your followers, people that we know care about who made their products and how they were made. It's funny that you love our sandals because, of course, it's our signature product. And, you know, when I was in Haiti 11 years ago and we were working with the Haitian people to figure out a product that we could really make that would stand out, that would be something really wonderful for the global community, combining genuine leather with repurposed tires. I mean, that was it. And so my favorite sandal that we make is actually the hand painted slide. And it's my favorite because we partnered with some artists on the streets of Haiti, Emmanuel and his team, and they literally hand paint a piece of leather, a gorgeous piece of leather, and it's strapped onto a genuine leather upper and then a tire sole bottom. I mean, to me, it's just the most perfect footwear you could own. That's my favorite product.
They are beautiful and so incredible. And so if you are listening and want to snag your own pair of Deux Mains sandals, you can do so at DEUXMAINS.com and use the promo code MOLLY, and that will get you 15% off your order. So you'll be looking good this summer when you hit the beach in those cute sandals. Now on to the episode. Okay, I'm going to kind of break my tips for shopping on Facebook Marketplace down into sort of two categories. One really is around the actual search process, and then the other category is around the actual kind of buying and messaging somebody when it comes to time to buy the product that you have found that you want on Facebook Marketplace. So, before you search, this is number one, before you search for anything, make sure you set your filters. The biggest filters that I always make sure that I have set correctly or to my preferences are the location. So where is the radius that I am searching from? The mileage, how far I'm willing to drive to go get something. And making sure that I select local pickup for delivery options, because people can sell actual products on Facebook Marketplace that can be shipped to you. And 9 times out of 10, it's just a small company or even like a large company just trying to get their products in front of eyes on Facebook Marketplace. I almost never, ever, ever shop for anything on Facebook Marketplace that's going to be shipped to me. I have done it. It just is very rare. So again, location, mileage, and local pickup. Now, the mileage one, many people have differing opinions on. For me, for most items, I'm not willing to drive more than 20 to 25 miles to get something. If it is a larger ticket item, I will expand my mileage radius to 30 to 40 miles. Or I may even search near where my sister or my in-laws live, so I could maybe arrange for pickup with them, or if I'm making a trip to visit them. It really just depends. But again, those would be for larger ticket items. But for the most part, if I'm just looking for everyday things that I need around the house or the farm, I stick to a 20 to 25 mile radius. Now, another pro tip is actually to set your location and radius and mileage on your mobile device's Facebook app versus the desktop version of Facebook. And the reason being is I find that I can be much more precise with the exact location I want to set a radius from. And you can adjust your mileage to more custom distances of like 12, 22, or even 31 miles versus on the desktop version, your options are basically 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, or 60 miles. So you can't set 25 miles as a radius on the desktop version. You can only do that on the mobile app. Okay, so now you've selected your location, you've selected your mileage, you've selected local pickup. Now it's time to search. Another big tip I have is try different search terms. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. So when I was on the hunt for rocking chairs for our front porch here at the farm, I noticed that a lot of people will list rocking chairs different ways. So some people might list them as wooden rockers. Some people might list them as rocking chairs. Some people listed them as front porch chairs or front porch rockers. So I would literally search all those different terms. Another great example is sofa versus couch versus love seat versus recliner. There are a lot of different terms for basically the same item. So it just kind of depends on what term people use. So try searching different terms when you are looking for something very specific. Right now, I am on the hunt for a chicken tractor. I'm going to try to make one myself, but periodically I will look on Facebook Marketplace to see if anybody is selling an old chicken tractor. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a mobile chicken coop, but some people will call it a chicken coop, even though technically it's different than a chicken coop. A chicken tractor is different. And so I will search both of those terms. So again, just try typing in different search terms. Now, my next tip is save, save, save. When you click on a listing on Facebook Marketplace, there's a little button icon that kind of looks like a bookmark, and that allows you to save an item. Now, this is a great feature to use very liberally for two reasons. Number one, it tells the Facebook algorithm that this is the kind of thing you're looking for. And so it will inevitably serve you up more listings like that. So even if it's something you are not interested in buying, but it is in the realm of what you are interested in buying and you kind of like it, save it. Use it liberally. Another reason that I like this is because I actually like to go back and sometimes look at items that I have saved. And sometimes some of that stuff is miraculously still available. And if it's still available 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, even a couple weeks later, I can often message the person who's selling it and get a really great deal, and I can negotiate a price. Because most of the people who are listing things on Facebook Marketplace want their stuff gone. And so if it's been on there for a few days or a week or 2 weeks and it hasn't sold, they'll probably be willing to sell it at a lower price. Now, the last tip I kind of have for this section is once you have created that search, select the notify me option. So there is a little button right underneath of the search box in your Facebook Marketplace section of Marketplace that selects notify me. I think it has a little bell icon. This creates a notification for you. So Facebook will literally notify you if at any time a new listing that fits your criteria comes up. Now, it's not perfect. It can sometimes be delayed, but it does help. I have found a lot of things this way. So you've done your location, you've done your mileage, you've selected local pickup, you've done your search, you've done your saves, you've selected notify me. You've now found something that you want to buy. So maybe it's a piece of furniture, maybe it's an antique, maybe it's some dishes or china, maybe it's some beautiful frames or home decor or plants or animals. I don't know. Whatever it is, you found something that you want to purchase. Now, if your Facebook Marketplace is anything like mine, you know that it can sometimes be like the real estate market for hot ticket items. So you might have to fight to get something, especially if it is a hot ticket item that is listed at a good price or even free. So here are my tips for that. And again, this is not a perfect science. I have totally lost out on my fair share of amazing finds or deals, but generally these tips have helped me. In fact, the other day, I went to actually go pick something up that I had found on Facebook Marketplace that was listed for free, and I got there 20 minutes too late. Somebody else had already picked it up. So it happens. It is what it is, but these are the tips that I use. So number one is if you see something that you like and it is a good deal and you know it's a hot ticket item, message that person quickly and be clear in your first message. Do not select the button that is the canned, is this available button. I want to create a conversation right away to let this person know that I want to buy this item. So I will say, hello, Heather, or whoever it is. I'm interested in this item. And if it's available, I can pick up on this day and time, and I can pay via Venmo, PayPal, cash, etc. Now, I'm clear in that very first message. I'm interested in the item. If it's still available, here's when I can pick it up. Here's how I can pay. Also, if it is a hot ticket item and you have to use your judgment on this, sometimes I will only do this if I see that the person selling it is maybe somebody that like I have some friends in common with. You can actually see who it is that's selling it. You can click on their profile, see if you have any friends in common. If it is somebody that I think maybe I could remotely trust, I'll even offer to pay a deposit if it's something that I really, really want and maybe I can't get there for a couple days. But again, message quickly and be clear in that first message. Now, another question that I get all the time is, can you negotiate prices on Facebook Marketplace? Yes and no. You totally can. But the reality is, if it is a hot ticket item that has been listed for less than 24 hours, I almost never negotiate because someone is going to pay the asking price, if not over asking price. I actually remember when we were doing the demo on the kitchen here at the farm, we were selling some of the old appliances on Facebook Marketplace. And I was selling them at a very good deal. One, because they came with the house, but I was hoping that maybe some of the cash we could use to sell some of those appliances could be used towards the renovation. But I also wanted them gone quickly. And so I had listed the wall oven set on Facebook Marketplace. And within probably 10 minutes of listing it, I had 30 people messaging me, all trying to negotiate prices. But then I had a guy who said, I can be there in 2 hours and I will pay you $50 over asking. And I was like, okay, sold. So just kind of know that a lot of times if it's a hot ticket item, something that a lot of people are looking for, they're going to get asking price, if not over. So that's kind of what you're dealing with. Now, if the item has been listed for 2 or more days, especially if it's been listed for over a week, I will often message them and say, hey, I'm really interested in this item. Here's when I can pick it up. Would you take, say it's listed for $50. I'll say, would you take $40 or whatever? But to have a price in mind that you'd be willing to pay and go from there. It's going to totally depend on the person, but just kind of have that price in mind. And lastly, be respectful, be on time, communicate, don't ghost people. A lot of times, again, people are looking to get this stuff out of their house. I know when I've had instances of selling things on Facebook Marketplace, there is nothing more annoying than having somebody ghost you. So they say that they're going to show up at a certain time and they don't. It's very frustrating. So be respectful, be on time, communicate. If you know that you don't want the item, message the person and tell them. Don't just ghost them. Now, like I said, I have purchased everything from gym equipment for our home gym here at the farm to farm equipment to a brooder box for our chickens to furniture for my office to rugs to a couch for our living room to my bar stools, our kitchen table, plants. I have purchased literally so many things on Facebook Marketplace. In fact, just the other day, I scored a free Bowflex for our home gym from Facebook Marketplace. So you can find really, really incredible deals. But here is the most important tip of all when it comes to anything, when it comes to shopping on Facebook Marketplace, is patience. You have to be patient. If you are looking for something and you need it like right away, Facebook Marketplace is probably not going to be the best place to search. But if you have some patience, if you have some commitment to set up some of those search functions, set up some of those notifications, and you have a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks to allow yourself to search, you can really save some incredible money. You can find some really special deals. And it's a lot of fun. And honestly, in the process, I've actually met some really cool people. There's some people I've purchased things from that when I've gone to pick things up, they've turned out to be really cool. And I've kind of made some friends. So those are my tips for shopping on Facebook Marketplace. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Instagram DMs are probably actually your better bet. You can follow me at Still Being Molly or at Business with Purpose Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much to the team at Third Wheel Media for producing this show. I am so grateful to each and every one of you for listening week in and week out. Now, go do something good with purpose on purpose. We'll see ya.